What's up, everybody? How y'all doing today? My name is Rama Sabakan. I'm coming to you today because I'm about to start a new channel. This is going to be the first video on the channel. What I'm going to be doing is pretty much exploring different places in Virginia, hiking, walking, kayaking, fish collecting, reptile, amphibian collecting, all that good fun stuff. Just a short history. I'm the owner of Schools of Fish, tropical fish and reptile store. I have traveled all over South America, different places, go collecting, and that got me really into pretty much that bug of seeing what's there. Because a lot of times you see things, or you get into the hobby of aquariums and reptiles, and you're just used to getting it, but the fun really is finding out where it came from, its habitat. And plus, I like to explore and go to different places like the mountains and different trails and walking and running. And I just wanted to share that with you guys. So the first place I'm going to be going today is the wetlands. I went out yesterday. I caught a lot of stuff at a place called Pocahontas State Park. And that actually what really got me interested in starting this channel, so I can kind of share with everybody my expedition and what I find, and just the beautiful sights and scenes. So check it out. Just getting out the car, make sure I lock up. But it's a place I used to come to when I was a kid. It's called the Wetlands, part of the James River trail system. Just gonna be flipping some logs, just doing some walking, hiking, seeing what we can find, just show you some of the cool stuff that we find. Wetlands, James River. This is in Richmond, Virginia, on the south side of Virginia. Probably going to be seeing a lot of salamanders, and it's been pretty warm, so haven't been seeing snakes. So the later we get into the day, should start seeing some snakes popping up. For anybody that knows me, I love fall. It's just something about the leaves and the scenery. It's just a beautiful sight. The leaves are finally starting to change. It's been pretty warm this year, and it took a while for the leaves turn from green to fall orange and red, but it's starting to come down. Finally starting to get the nights are getting cooler, so I'm starting to see a lot more salamanders out. And I'll log back here. Let's just flip a few, see what we can find, see if anything pops up. Mostly been seeing a lot of mole salamanders. Pretty dry underneath there. One more over here. And we'll go a little deeper in, see what we can find. Oh for 2 so far. 0 for 3. We're gonna walk a little further and see what we can find. Trail and scared almost half to death. Big. Oh, it was literally right over top of my head. Actually surprised he let me get this close. This is one of the reasons why they call this area wetlands, because it actually has several swampy areas. I've dip netted over here a few times. Usually just catch a bunch of tadpoles. Thought I would see some newts, but I may not have gone far enough. It gets really muddy, and I don't bring my waders. One of these days I'll go out a little bit further out, see what I can find. But this is one of the reasons why they call it the wetlands. It looks like grass, but it's actually floating plants over top of the swamp area. So I just flipped this log and saw our first salamander of the day, and it is a marbled salamander. These guys are very common. getting close to the time for them to come out and start to lay their eggs. They come out in the fall. They lay their eggs. A lot of times, they're mole salamander family. In the mole salamander family, they will. They're more terrestrial. They do not lay their eggs inside of the water like most salamanders. They will often lay them inside the dirt or inside crevices and wait for a good rain to come to where they get nice and wet, and then they will hatch. And I think they spend majority of their lives in the maybe late spring through summer underground. So right now you'll see them in abundance. Just gonna take a couple pictures of him. These guys get awesome patterns. I personally like the spotteds better, but spotteds don't usually start coming out in abundance until later, usually when it starts getting a little bit more rainy and wet and cooler. Probably gonna catch a lot more of these. Typically when you catch any type of animal, you wanna make sure you put the log back, then allow the animal to crawl back underneath. You don't want to smush these guys. They will flatten their bodies to fit underneath heavy objects, but doesn't mean they can withstand the impact of a slamming log or rock. So always maintain a bit of caution when dealing with any type of wild animal so that you can preserve their well-being and enjoy their presence. Hopefully we'll catch a lot more. Still on the hunt, but in the meantime just enjoying the sights and scenes. One thing I love about Virginia is there are a lot of park systems that have intricate trails, either walking or biking trails, that are just fun to just walk, because even when you're searching for things and you don't see anything, it's just pretty much a awesome way to pass the time. I'm not real big on watching TV, or don't play video games. I just like to enjoy life and enjoy the natural things that life offers. So coming here not only allows you to clear your head and think about things that are important to you, but just a natural way to have fun and live your life. So if I see cool things, it's always a plus. Right now I'm actually looking for green snakes. They like to curl up in the trees. Usually when you see like an open area with a lot of sunlight, these are like perfect cover. Almost feel like you're more likely to see them as the day goes by. It gets a little warmer. I feel like most snakes start coming out, but I still look and see what I can find. But right now, just enjoying the sights. Just flipped another stone and have another big fat marble salamander. She looks like she could be pretty gravid, close to laying eggs. So not going to spend too much time with her. Do believe that these guys have really awesome color, and if you get it in the sunlight, it has a really nice sheen to it. They have those serrations on their body. I guess that's typical of most mole salamanders. But just have to get my glove off this rock, put it back, and allow her to go back about her day. So I don't take a lot of video of these, but they're all over. Correct me if I'm wrong. They're either cricket frogs or spring peepers. These little frogs, I believe they're actually in the tree frog family. They're just more terrestrial. They're all over. Usually camouflage until you step close to them and they jump away. Just wanted to get this little guy because he has some cool coloration on him. But usually when you get to like a little wet area, they're gonna be all around, even with all the leaves. Not certain if these are focus. These are snail eggs, or these are snail eggs or salamander eggs. Either way, they look like they were freshly laid. Pretty cool, very cloudy looking. I wouldn't be surprised if they're salamander eggs and a salamander somewhere within this rotten log. This is where you have a good chance of finding salamanders under the mostly decomposed wood. I think it holds this moisture a little bit better. So if you're out searching, dry, freshly fallen logs aren't the best for finding salamanders. Maybe snakes in warmer months, but for finding salamanders, you're gonna find them mostly under these decomposing logs. I think I already turned this one, but let me check it again. Yeah. So continue on the search. So, not just into not just into animals. I am also into plants, native plants. I honestly don't know what this is, so if anybody knows what type of plant this is, I will look it up earlier and try to edit the video. But I like native stuff like this. I hope I can get video of it. This has got to be the smallest bird I've ever seen. It looked a lot like a wren, about twice as small. Don't think he's gonna come out. Oh, there he is. Yeah, he's too in the thicket of the bush. That was the smallest bird I've ever seen. So as I was walking along the riverside, I was looking for some logs to turn and came across this. It's my first time ever seeing. Looks like some nerds. Definitely wouldn't pop that in my mouth, but I'm assuming some type of fungus, mushroom. Never seen it that color. Anybody knows what that is or how it gets there? Feel free to let me know. But definitely interesting color. Yeah, so as I was saying earlier, one thing about doing the hike walks is even when you don't see nature, you get to see wildlife, well, nature, birds, the fish, just everything in its full beauty. I will say the James River is an awesome place. It's always provided lots of activities, whether you're hiking, tubing, kayaking, fishing, or just coming to get away from the hustle and bustle of life. It's very scenic, especially around fall. Like I said, it's just beautiful out here. One thing we will do in more warmer months is rock hopping. Won't be doing that now because I'm not trying to get wet. I don't like the cold, but just so beautiful out here. Nice and tranquil. Sometimes when you come in the summertime, it's tons of people. Right now it's during the work week. A lot of people are at work. It's just nice and quiet. Very beautiful out here. Take a quick seat at the bench and saw this mysterious bird I've never seen before. Cool. Down there, this little creek is a huge painted turtle. And he sees me now, so there he goes. Pretty sure there's a bunch of them down there. So bear with me because, like I said, I've been hiking for a long time, but been getting into things that I wasn't really into before. And one of them is native plants, if this is native, but the seeds on this plant Actually pretty interesting, kind of like a lantern. I will have to do some research to see what these are. Very cool looking seat. Well, this is the end of this trip. Wasn't as fruitful as I thought it would be. A little bit too dry for the wetlands, but saw a few cool things. I think I may stop by another place on the way back, but if I do, I'll hopefully get some footage of some cool things I find. But like most times, you gotta show somebody, and doesn't always go the way that you planned. But hopefully there'll be plenty more of these. So keep checking in. I'll be posting all my excursions, hikes, collections, and talk to y'all later.